Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. I hope you're all well. I'm doing good, thank you, and thank you for joining me here on this, well, it will be a Sunday, on this scrapathon weekend. So scraps on Sunday for you today. I am continuing from yesterday's video, from Saturday's video, so yeah, it's uploaded, and while it was uploading, the Saturday one, I came back here after stretching my legs and did a little bit more. So I've not put anything away, everything's still out where it was. So if you didn't catch yesterday's video, you can either just carry on and watch me from all this and more, or you can go back and catch that video and you'll know where we're up to. So where are all the bits that we made? Yes, I don't know that I did anything. Oh yeah, I did. I put that little, I stuck the whole thing down and I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that wasn't very clever, was it? I'm going to have to cut through that. Actually, that might be a happy accident. That might look like it's been sealed and then reopened. I only meant to seal it on one side. Let's see what happens. I am through the right thing now, aren't I? Don't cut my paper. Very clever. Yeah, I only meant to pop it on this side so I had something to open it with. Yeah, that's all I did to that piece. So if you weren't here yesterday, what I'm doing is creating pocket fillers. I said I was going to get the pockets out that I made in the Tash Treasure and Friends Facebook group challenge, the whole hashtag all book challenge. I will get them out, but I'll get them out in the second half of this video because I want to clear the decks a little bit of all this scrappiness. Yeah, so yesterday, just to remind you, we made that. We made this, and I just put a little bit of, just felt a bit bare there, just put a bit of faux washi on there to look like the picture is stuck on with that. Didn't do anything with that young lady. So she's just a journaling spot pocket filler. Haven't done anything with that or that. These, let me just put them to one side so I don't lose them. These, I've just squashed them flat now with the bone folder, and yeah, I've decided to leave them as the grungy scruffy edge pieces that they are. So that was yesterday's. And then on the desk there was all sorts of things that were waiting to be backed, which is what all this is here, which I'm about to share with you, because when I've moved this along, the desk is looking a little bit better, isn't it? So there was another one of those that we made those last two journal cards out of, half done. So I must have done that on a previous scrappy make, and it should be, I don't know, I was going to say it should be, what's the word, dry. The glue should be dry now, but that looked like it was creasing, but we'll go with it. So I can fold this one into one as well. So I'm going to have a few of these in stash. Okay. Yeah, so that wants some, I don't mind the way it's cracked there actually, wants a bit of embellishing, probably a label or something on the front, but I might come back to it in the end, at the end. For now I'm just going to put it with the others, or we'll embellish it when we use it, I don't know which. So that was just sitting there, and then these, I don't want to mix them up with all this. So all I've done is cover the stuff that was sitting around. I haven't covered it, I've kind of glued it onto vintage book page, clear vintage book page, just so that, you know, these can now, I mean, they want inking, they can be distressed, or they can be trimmed round, or they can have other things added to them, but as regards a piece, you know, I'm considering them made. We might embellish some of them, I don't know. I've gotten a bit bendy, haven't they? So there's that beautiful black and white picture. Some of these tags from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah journal cards, which yeah, might end up in the last fall what is it, journal. Do you remember that from yesterday's video? It was just a piece of real ephemera, so just a ticket or a label off something, and I just put it on a piece of book page. The same with these are from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. They're just journal cards or pieces of ephemera, and I've just backed them onto book page, so they need, you know, distressing and aging and what have you. Right, this was amongst my book pages for backing, you know, backing paper, but I just thought, what a shame. It's such a lovely, and it's obviously a book page, but it's, you know, it's got its own history. Somebody's had the name in it and scribbled it out. You know, it's clearly a educational book, and I thought, what a lovely piece just to fill a pocket with. It's nice and light as well for some of those newspaper text, some of those text pockets. Gosh, I don't know what's happened to my words. I've got a cup of tea here, maybe I should have a little drink of it. Just bear with. So yeah, I thought I'd just fold that over and leave it as a filler piece, and the same with this one. Again, it was in that pile just as a backing sheet, but how lovely is it as an actual, you know, piece of ephemera in its own right. Looks like, I don't know if that was 2 francs or, you know, someone in class 2F had it, I don't know, but it's, you know, it's clearly a piece of book page, but beautiful for journaling and other things. I'm just leaving as is. Yeah, there's a few of these, like I say, not trimmed them down, and yeah, they're a bit bendy at the minute, so they need to be stood in a book or something. But look how many I've got just out of this pile of junk. Do you remember him sitting around? Now that might fold over and be an over page, or it could be a piece of ephemera. And if you was with me, you'll have seen me rip this page up because I quite liked the text from one of my book pages. This is, again, it's on book page. Yeah, you can see the foxing and whatever around it. Vintage book page on the back. And that one I just wrinkled the corner to make it look old, and took a nibble out and put it on sideways on just to make it look a little bit, you know, like an older piece. So all those pieces now can go with these, and the ones that I found yesterday, which are here. Okay, so we're building up quite a nice stack or stash, you know, of fillers for those pockets. So we'll see what else we can do as regards clearing this, and then try and make some more. So I've just been going through this scrapbooks because the whole idea with this, well, it's to make lovely things and play with these beautiful scraps, but I'd like this a little bit more organised for the week ahead. And I started doing that, and then I thought, oh, I really must put the camera on, because, you know, I can't suddenly appear with a nice tidy box. People will feel like they've missed out. So on the desk we still have those pieces of vellum that are stuck on book page. Yeah, so they're works in progress. Those photographs from the Tim Holtz page, that's just popped itself out of here. And then the pile of sweepings, which is quite a lot smaller than it was, and you know, looking through these, I could just make clusters with them at the end to clear the desk should I need to. So then I started, I thought, because yesterday when I was on there was a lot of book page, I thought I'd go through and pull out all the book page, not the scrappy bits, but like the full book pages. And in doing so I came across little scrappy bits like this, so I started to organise them. And then I really got into the organising scheme of things and thought, no, stop. I need to see what you're doing. So that's all I've done. I just dragged that out and tidied it a little bit. So I had a couple of these strips already stuck together, stapled together. So it's one way that I found of like corralling, you know, strips in my scrap box, just because, you know, they become like a bunch of wild spiders running around. You know, long legs, there's a couple more there. Look, so I've just done another one. Was it that one I've just clipped together? And I will just keep doing that, because it does keep them organised until I want them. I obviously at some other point used the bits off this, because these would have been all long ones like that as well, so I've obviously torn them off for something, but you know, still they're corralled, aren't they? And then I thought, right, I'll go through and pull out bits that are, you know, suitable for making pockets and tags, and pocket fillers and tags, and make a pile. And that's, you know, that's where I got to and stopped. So I'm pulling things out that are, that's just like a page, isn't it? I'll put that with my pages, I think. Oh, there's a piece of ephemera left here. What was I saying? Don't know. Yes, I'm pulling out pieces that you know, speak to me as actual things about to be made, and then scrappy bits here. So you can see about all these long thin strips. Yeah, scrappy bits and paper, because I couldn't find papers, could I, when I was looking for them? And look at all these beautiful papers in here. So I'm just having a bit of a tidy, and I thought you might want to watch it. I will I'll stop the camera after a few minutes and finish it completely, because yeah, you don't want to see me constantly doing this, do you? An envelope. Look. Yep, so under there, so put all the things here that are going to make. There's another piece of ephemera started but not finished. I'm not sure I like the colour of that. That's probably why it's in there. No, that can go to the bottom, because I can't deal with today. Just my brain won't come up with anything there. Yep, so these are all just scrappy bits of papers. Look at these lovely things up here. I'm going to take those off. Right. Otherwise I'll just keep putting them in and never doing anything with them. So let's tear them off and put them with the embellishments. Lovely. So they're like headings from books, but the pretty ones, aren't they? From this book. Alright, lots of pictures, images of flowers here. It's not the right season really to be dealing with those. Ah, my project life cards, which also should not really be in there. And yeah, here we go, look, papers. Lots of lovely papers, bits of card. Right, I don't think I have to go much deeper. I don't seem to be hitting, she says, I don't seem to be hitting book page now. Yes, I am. So that's all backing paper. Piece of card. Yeah, papers. Oops. Yeah, I think I've got deep enough now, don't you? Yeah. Right. Let's put those strips back in, because we're not using strips today. Put all these big pieces on the top so that I can get at them. That book page isn't going in. Pulled all the other book pages out there. Okay, so I've got another pile now of things here that I think I'm going to put the scrap box on the floor and give myself a bit of room. Yeah, that we can make things from. So there's some nice pieces of card here. Now the colour's not necessarily, well, thick scrapbooking paper. Yeah, what I want in these, but there's something about the thickness of it that I like. Don't know about those. That's quite nice on there. Was that meant to be on there, I wonder? So this is a part of that lovely green file folder that I got from the car boot haul. It's shining on, it goes that way up, doesn't it? Might make that into like a, so it's a slightly not a good corner there. Might make it into like a, what kind of a card do you call it? I want to say sample, specimen. There you go. You can see why I want to say sample now. A bit of a specimen card, and it's blossom, isn't it? So yeah, let's go ahead and, no, not that. It would take a lot of that to stick it. Cheers. And stick it down, and then it can be put into the pile as a piece of ephemera that needs embellishing. Yeah, I've got glue stuck on the end of my nozzle, that's why it's squeaking. So we'll kind of mat it so that we see green all round. Where is my cloth? Okay, I haven't started my timer, so I have to keep my eye on. Oops, on the clock. It's sliding around. Oh dear. We're very bright and shiny today, this afternoon. It has gone very dark. I mean, it's not really lightened up all day, but it has gone very particularly dark at the moment. Do I want all that on there? No, I don't want it all, but how much of it do I want? and how can I make it straight. So maybe if I do that and then just cut this side of it, yeah, it'll probably end up going on the chopper, as it were. Right, where am I going to put the pile for today? There, to straighten up. Looking at these big pieces here, let's use these and make a couple of big pockets, because I don't really want to put them back in the scrap box. They're only just scraps really, aren't they? They're perhaps more than scraps, but I would want to use them up, so I'm just trying to think what size the front of a journal is. And the width, what are we going for? 1.5, 12 centimetres. I'm thinking, because there's 2, let's see if I can get them the same size then. I love that piece there, look. You know, double pocket, stacked pockets, do we call them? I can't remember what I call them now. You know, that I often stick in the front of a journal. I really should have some ready-made. Oops. Okay, some more bits there for the box. So that when I suddenly decide I want some, well, I shouldn't need to do that, should I? We've gone, yes, that's right. We've gone for 12 centimetres. It's just what am I going to put on the front of them? You know, what papers? So, you know, a pocket there and a pocket there. So 2 pockets on each. Want something quite strong, I was going to say. So I've got, obviously they'd have to be covered if I used those. Got some Tim Holtz, don't like the colour particularly. Right, now I have got, no, I don't particularly want to bring in that one. Lots of other things, but I think seeing as we're making 2 big pieces here, that's quite nice, isn't it? I don't want them too big. About halfway through that, the chopper. Let's have the chopper back. So what did I say? 5 centimetres. I think that's big enough. Let's go 6. Yeah, and then across there, which was, did we do it 12? About there. Yeah, we must have done it 12, so let's do it 11. Should it dead on 11? No, that's a lot less, isn't it? No, let's do it dead on 11. Oops, I'm having an argument with myself already. That didn't take long, did it? So that piece is, I don't know if you're straight that way. You aren't. So that piece is 11 by, what did we say? Well, we said 6, but we weren't quite straight, so we've gone a bit less now. 11 by just under 6. I want that end off there, it's a bit bashed. So let's go for a 6. I'll do it both ways and then I can see that that's straight. By, just want a little bit off there. 11. Yep, it seems nice and straight. Oh, it's a lot of chopping and messing, wasn't it? Put the little bits in there. Right, what do we think to it? Do we want, no, I think that's a bit dark, so we'll just have that on the bottom. Oops, come out. Oh, I'm putting rubbish in the, can you see okay? Yeah, putting rubbish in the scraps box, which is not a good idea. So where am I going to have it rounded? The bottom corners? Let's round these. I like these rounded. The big one. I usually stitch these as well, so bottom of these. That's it. And put a divot in the top. It's starting to look like a pocket now. Oh, we didn't do that one. And this will be 2 nice big pieces of card out of my, or scrapbooking paper, out of my scrapbooks. Are we just going to go for the middle, or I was going to say do them together because they're going on top of each other, but they're not, are they? But we will anyway. Oh, quite a big chunk. Let's use this one. These are always good to have in stash as well, so I'll be happy to have these made. You've probably seen me do these lots of times before if you watched me a lot, because these are my go-to pockets. So I want something to go, I'm just wondering about this, across the top. It's not a bad width actually, is it? I like this edge here, so I'm going to go with the 11 there. Just that edge shows that it's kind of like a map. Wasn't much. And then I only want it small up top, so just go for a 4.5. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, it's a bit lighter, that I prefer it. And 4.5. And same again. Oh, come out. Just round the bottom corners. Now these are the 2 I should have done together. The you know, with the circle punch, the top and the bottom ones, so that they don't look odd. I've got itchy hands, so yeah, that's not bad. Do the same here then. Can't see that one. Yep, lovely. That was a millimetre out, but I don't think it will be too drastic. Oh, so that's a fairly quick make. We need to ink those. That's it. Now you can make these gusseted if you want to, you know, like a fully loaded pocket. If you gusset these pockets, you'll get a lot more in them. But when I have them front and back of an album, a journal, I don't like to overload them. Okay, so when I've done this one, I will stop and go stretch my legs and yeah, maybe tidy the rubbish up a little bit so that I'm not doing those things on camera, so that we can spend more time actually crafting on camera. Bit of rubbish there. I like those. Of course, if you put them on a page rather than your, well, wherever you put them, but mainly if you put them on a page rather than your front and back covers, you could also put a divot in there and have a, you know, a big journal card or tag down there, and the same with the side. You could have something going in the side rather than the top. I can always do that at a later date if I decide they're going on a page. I mean, they're quite nice autumny colours, aren't they? Who knows where they'll end up. Could be the next autumn journal. Right, how far am I? Not that they're going, you know, next to each other, but I like them to be similar. Yeah, I really like that. And of course, you can go to town decorating the pocket fronts should you wish. Okay, lovely. So we've got 3 things done. Yeah, 3 done. Right, while I was gone, I was having a think about what's left in here. So I'll put those over there for done. I've been gone a little while. I put 4 of those pieces of, you know, thicker scrapbook paper onto that sheet of coffee dyed digital that I had and trimmed around it, let it dry and trim around it. So they're kind of bases now to have something made with. So that's more out of here. And I just straightened up the pieces that were left from that pocket. So they are now tag bases as well. So we've got some bases going on. But I was thinking about what I'd really like to get out of this box, or, you know, what is in it, is all these strips, because they're you know, they grow and they grow and they grow, because, you know, every time you trim something you take a strip off it. Now I don't save them all, but I do save the, you know, the ones that I think are pretty or interesting or whatever. So, you know, that's not all the strips I create, it's just all the ones I save. So yeah, I'd like to use some of them. And then as I was digging a bit further, well, not really digging, I was just I was just looking at the top. Let's just push that to one side. There is quite a, that'd make a nice backing page, wouldn't it? There are quite a few, you know, pieces of paper like this that are they're not scrappy scraps, but, you know, they're not full pages. And I'm thinking, let's pull some of them out. Not you, maybe you. Yep, I know, I can hear you waiting with bated breath. What she's thinking of now. They're nice strips, actually. Any more big ones? I think that might be about it. There's more than enough there anyway. I was thinking of putting them together with the strips to make, you know, journal pages. So I know, you know, if we do that with them, they'll go in small journals, but I'd rather have them, you know, bigger for my full-size journals. So I'm going to get this out. Well, that will have scared everybody downstairs to death. By everybody, I mean Simba. Yes, I dropped it, you probably gathered. Sorry, I probably scared you to death as well. He will definitely be hiding under his chair now. Now, when I went down and I sat down in my chair and had a cuppa, he came out and had a fuss. Yay! So, well, he didn't come all the way out. He came half out, and I put my hand down and he nudged against it and I tickled him. Do I want that on there? I think I might. And then, sorry, I'm just banging you, aren't I, constantly? And then, yeah, he did the same again when I stopped. I just stopped and left my hand down there and he nudged it again. So, I mean, they're going in journals, so they don't have to be the same width. Got my dog's teeth in. Necessarily. What to do with my pencils? I've moved pencils out of the pen box because there's just so much in it. So they're all on their own in another place. Here we go. Right, Denise, try not to clatter that about so much. He's such an animal at times. Is that edge straightening? Can't straighten it, can I? Because, so let's do it a little bit longer and then I can straighten that edge. That's better. Now I can do it the right size. Lovely. Right, gently. Gosh. So, now that's white on the back. You didn't think that one through, did you? But we'll deal with that at another day. All I'm going to do is create, I think, you know, it's just an idea. Where's my strips here? Just create some, you know, double journal pages. So shall I start with ones that are not pinned together? Would that be a good idea? Now, that's a nice one, isn't it? Because it's doesn't quite fit, but I probably will be trimming them a little. So what's the best way to do it? Inside out, I think, to start with. Does that make any difference at all? I don't know. Sometimes I just confuse myself entirely. So a big glue page out then. No, I didn't start the timer again. So yeah, so what I was thinking, I'll just spend 10 minutes, which might morph into 15, might it, making some of these, which will, yeah, be some more pieces out of my scrap box, and then I'll stop again and I will go grab those book page makes, because I haven't as of yet. Yep, so I think I'll put 2 on, so that's using 2 up, isn't it? I would like it to go most of the way, so I guess I'm only going to use the longer ones. Man, there'll be some shorter pages. Right, stick to what you said. Use what's out if you can. Yeah, that one. I even need a smidge off it, just so that I can see what I'm doing. Yes, I am putting that piece in the bin. Hard to believe. Yeah, you went a bit, thought it was a little bit more than a smidge, Denise. I'm not cutting them down and I'm not inking them, I'm just making book pages, and then we'll go at another point, we'll go from there with it. Yeah, by the time they're trimmed, top and bottom, that probably will fit properly. I've got glue everywhere, so I'm going to let them dry flat like that, and then I'll fold them, you know, into the pages when they're dry. Fold that over because I gooped glue all over it. There we go. So let's just have a look what else we've got. Let's do some of these smaller ones, because that looks like it's actually come off there. Wonder what I ripped that up for. Seems strange putting it back together. Not necessarily, would it? I do want the white off it though, I'm afraid. Sorry. Here we go again. Yeah, so it will be nice to be through a lot of these scraps, because I've got, like I say, I've got quite a few makes coming up. I'm excited to get started on, and don't worry, I think that's where it was originally. Yeah, I'll be creating more scraps. That one's a bit thick. Now I can maybe have one of the smaller ones as well. Will you fit? You will. I think I want to tear you down a bit though. There we go. Which side do we want to tear? Both, just to give it a little bit of something. I don't want them too thick either. Oh, did you go wonky? You did. Oops. Nothing wants to slide about on this mat, which most of the time is good, but sometimes not so. Which end shall I take off? The white one. Even though the other end's gone a bit thin, I'd rather have that than a white. A boring white piece on the end. Yep, lovely. Where did that glue book go? Keeps getting buried. Right, I think I might, just because it's such a white piece, just give it a little bit round the edge. Right, gentle. Oh, it's nice on that side as well. Gentle with the glue. Now I did move the camera and have a look, took the camera off and had a look at the footage, so I hope you're back in a good place. Is that not necessarily? No, not level. That's better. So we cut them apart, we glue them back together. And again, I've got white there, but you know, it can be coffee stained, can't it? It can be collaged on. Yeah, I'm tempted to take that back out of there. That can't go in the rubbish. Just too lush, the colour of it. White on the back. I've got a bit of a rumble tum going on. I hope you can't hear it. Definitely making itself heard. I have to keep talking over it. Oh, that's a big sigh, Denise. I thought I'd inked that end. I must have only done one. Mind, it'll be trimmed off. Okay, was that 2? I need to speed up a bit, I think. I'm going to get a few done. Right, shall I Again, I'm going to trim. Just thinking, shall I put one cream one side and one pattern? I think that might be a good idea. We need to go that way first. That's it. So these are on that lovely cream paper. So, you know, I could just stencil the back or lightly ink it. It's not a major cover up job. Yes, I'm thinking that way and that way. Did I not do that side? I do hope not. Hope my blade doesn't cut like that. That's better. Made a bit of a meal of it. I'm juggling, and I shouldn't be. I've just got so much out on my desk. What we're doing there. Okay, choose a. That one might be a little bit thick, so I'm not going to go with that one. Should we have a real thick one? Yeah. Let's. Super. Just about going to be right, that one, and I'm not going to ink it. I'm just going to go with it. That lump in my desk is not getting any better. I keep saying I'm going to fix it. I really must. It's, you know, the cover. Okay, stay there, please. And yeah, I'm just thinking I'm going to do this, not necessarily now. I might do one with you now just to show you. I'm going to do this with some more of the strips and some of my vintage book pages. So they would make nice. They're going to make nice book pages, aren't they? You're not strips anymore. You're not one of those. This one. You're too tough. Well, I've got the same. No. I'm going to go with this one. Nice foxed looking bit. It's not foxed because it's faux. This side. I thought I'd gone a bit low there, but like I say, I'll put it in the middle. These will definitely be trimmed top and bottom just to make sure that they're, you know, they're level when they hang in the book. Oh, nice. Can't remember what that green I've used on there is now. It's still downstairs in the greenhouse, which I must empty and bring everything up now because it's getting cold. You know, it'll start getting dampy, especially the papers. I'm just going to grab a couple of book pages. Of course, I've got a couple. Of course, I have. And let's do that one. I know they're stuck together, but they're not very. Got another one of those. No, they're not very strong. So yeah, I would probably have been putting them onto other. There you go. Other papers to use, you know, to use as actual book pages. Got the shakes. But if I just put a nice thin strip down there, so which one have I just? I've just fastened this one up, but I do like this avocado. So let's, oops. Yep, just about right with that bit off. I'm just wondering if I can do it in half, and would there be enough for both sides? Shall I risk it? Because it doesn't need a lot, this one. It is actually attached. Let's see. Please read nicely. Whoop, stuck to me ruler. It is just literally reinforcing it. Yeah, like that. Super. We've got the makings of a journal going on here. All these pages coming together. Like that. Might even like that bit stuck out the top, I don't know, because of course this one doesn't need to go in the chopper. They're a double joined page, so they are Nice and square. Yeah, I like that avocado colour. Get off, sticking to my gluey fingers. That will be nice when it's dry and folded. Lovely. Let's just do this one then. So this is, how would I describe that paper? It's smooth. I was going to say shiny, but it's not. It's smooth. Let's have a couple of these off here then. So these are both papers from Nanine's kits. And again, I don't have to have them too thick because what am I doing time wise? Yeah, I'm using the time. So I'll do this one and then I'll do another couple of pages from the scrap box, and then we'll move on to the those envelopes. Oops. From the challenge. Quite like the way that's ripped actually. Yeah, a little bit longer at the bottom, this one. Really gluey. Don't put your ruler in the glue. Which way did I like it? Can't remember. I've glued too much because the strip was too long, but I'll soon turn it over and put one on this side. Yep. Oh, I found another use for my strips. Super duper. Yeah, I will probably put them on the scorer, you know, score them before I fold them. What was I doing? Some rubbish gone in there. Let's get rid of that as well. I was going to do a couple more pages of these just to move them along. Not that one, I don't think I like this. Let's put this and this together. Okay, so I've probably got two more in there. That's going to make a nice wide page. I'm going to move over that the white edge on. Yeah, am I? No, because it's not. I'm going to just take it off the top, and then we're very similar size wise. Look. Just to save a little bit of time and noise. Yeah, that's going to make a nice wide one, isn't it? And you can see that's not quite, they're not quite cut square, but this, whatever it is I put down, well, that's a piece of, what is his name? Will Morris. And it was from, I don't know if I told you, it's from the book, the last book that I bought, and it's a carpet, a rug that he's designed. Beautiful. I can't remember which journal. I put a piece of it in the journal now. Maybe it was the grungy scrappy one. Definitely used it recently for this piece to have come off. And that is a thicker, a little bit more shinier book page, but it looks like it's got glue already dried on it. But if I put a thin piece on here, and like I say, I'm going to score it when I use it. Yeah, let's just have a piece of ordinary coffee dyed, and it is quite thin copy paper, or maybe just more than well, 100 GSM. I call copy paper the 80 GSM, which is, I think that's quite thin. So this is 100 GSM, so I use 120 generally, so this, you know, I would call this copy paper, I guess, but it's not what I officially consider copy paper. Yep, so that can be folded. In fact, it doesn't even have to be folded there. It can be folded in half, look. And that's on one side, and then we've got a full page there. So I love that idea. So like I say, I've got 4 more in there. I will get those done, and that will be 4 more strips from that, and then I'll use the rest on the book page. Good. Okay, so I need to get the the pockets. Okay, so I've just pulled from the top, so some of the last ones that I made. Yeah, I'm just going to do one of each of what I've grabbed, hopefully. Right, so I'll put their mates there, and then let's have a look. So I definitely want to use these sweepings, you know, the embellishmenty bits. What I don't use, I will put together as clusters. Whether I'll have time to do that on camera, I don't know. So they're not actual. So these are all the bits and pieces that I'd like to use, not book page. Yeah, and I've just grabbed some of the scrappy bits out the top of the scrap box. So yeah, perhaps not those either. So let's have a think what we want first. So it might be just putting, you know, little bits on them. Start with this really simple one. So this is quite a wide pocket. It's like a tag shaped pocket. Thinking I might like it a bit slimmer. I think I probably said when I made it that you could alter the shape, and I'm feeling now that I do. I'm just going to go down by the text. That's just definitely too wide a pocket for most of my. Yeah, that's about as even as I don't know what, Denise. Look at that, the difference in that. Oh, I suppose it could have been wider one side than the other that I've cut off. I guess right, I'm going to trim that as well on here for speed. Let's trim both off, and then it's going to be quite a wide tag top. Yep, that's it. It needs gluing again. Now I've cut it open though, so I can put some paper on the inside as well. So let's grab something. Oh, that's pretty. This. It's already kind of collaged for me, isn't it? Need my ruler. Okay. It doesn't need to go all that way down though. Don't waste it. Let's see what we can do. Whoops. Whoopsie. I want to see the book page around it because and you are going to see a bit of that, aren't you, when you open the pocket. I'll put that one in the bin for now. Let's see if it stays there. I'm going to trim that edge. Or shall I just... Let's try it and see what I think. No. I don't like it proper across the top. Oops. Need a bit more off that side. Just so it looks like it's been ripped. It certainly looks like it's been ripped, doesn't it? But not down the side, which is going to be on show. Let's have the lid off that. I don't seem to have any ink on my dobber. That's better. Yeah, I don't know why I did that with the ruler. I could have just torn it, couldn't I? Oh, that butterfly looks like it wants to go on here. Yeah, let's just put that down then. Let's get started. Oops. Get this party started. That's it. A bit lower down than I originally had it because I want to see some of that text. And then what do I want? Do I want anything there? Don't think I do. So let's close the side up. It's going to need re-inking. It's still quite a wide pocket, so I'm not going to put a divot in it, but I do want some paper kind of matting that front because it's upside down. Oh, that's kind of rich, isn't it? Is it too much? I like it. Let's see. When we cut it down, it might not be quite as in your face. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. And I'm thinking a nice big label on the front of it for a bit of journaling. Whoops, sticking. Yeah, very nearly covers all that. So this came, I don't know if I told you or not, came in that, all those papers that I got from Anne-Marie with my Gemini. It's nice getting a pack of papers that belong to other people, because, you know, when you get a good mixture like that, because you get things you wouldn't necessarily, that's not what I'm looking for, that is, you wouldn't necessarily use. Oh, so these are the really big ones. That would have just covered it on its own, wouldn't it? Oh, I've got some Tim Holtz cut out pieces, just a piece of scrap. I might have that because it's, I don't know if you can see or not, it's got envelopes and things and the evening news, and this has got typewriter print or type or something. Anyway, they kind of go. I don't really want to lose much of it because I like everything that's on it. Don't want anything behind. I don't think I do. I don't want to hide that beautiful deep red. Do I want anything up top? Oh, you know, here. Or rather, what do I want? And I want something. It's got that big bear. No, didn't want folding over. Want something on it. But what? Not lace. Got some more Tim Holtz here. I wonder if I should fold it over. It just looks a little bit too much. Yeah, getting it level is going to be the tricky thing for me. The book page is a bit brittle. Well, that's not too bad. Let's have a look at that. You know, it is one to fasten down on a book page, so, you know, on your journal page, so it doesn't matter what it looks like at the back. Yeah, that's better. That's definitely better for me. Okay. As soon as that dries, it'll be ready to take one of those journal cards that we've made, or fillers. Shall I put that on or not? I don't know. Next. Now again, I'm thinking this one is going to be too wide. So it's going to be a pocket like that, and it's going to have one like that there. I'm thinking if I turn that over, I mean, I could cut it off, but yeah, cut it off, Denise. Go on. Close you up again. There's 3 layers in there as well. Yeah, perhaps cutting it off was a better move than what's the word? Bending it over. Oh yeah, look what I found in the bottom of my scraps box. Right, what do I want on the front of this one? Didn't bring many pretty papers out, did I? There's a piece of that. Nope. The thing is, it's not really pretty time of year, is it? Oh, what's that? Oh, not big enough. I'd like to a bigger piece of that. See, my scraps are either enormous. Here we go. Oops. Oh, tiddly. You're pretty as well, and you're not big enough, are you? No. I do actually want something that's going to go up into. This has got that beautiful rabbit on the bottom. I might have to use a piece of this on here. So it's one of my coffee dyed pages, just so that I can, yeah, I want to mat it completely, that front. It's upside down writing, and it's not particularly appealing to me in any way. Where do we want to be? About there. Let's start it off without nibbling at the corner. No, you can't. So I'll try it again. See if I can do it this time. Come on, play nicely. We've got a lovely home for you to go to. It's quite thick paper. Right, I'm going to do it again and cut it. It's going to be the only way. It obviously wants to tear. What do I do with it? Do I do that piece that I cut off? Just flung it somewhere. Yes. Gone, hasn't it? Alright, I'll do it again. Comedy of errors. How about that way? Out there. See where I drew around my finger. I'll have some bigger scissors. I'm going to trim it off once it's on. All that just to get a little triangle of paper. Look, you are a scrap now. I made sure of that. Right. Should I be working on what I want behind it first? I don't know. Tricky when your paper doesn't want to tear. I want to mat it, but barely, if you see what I mean. What's going on there? Yep, that looks good. And there. Oh, butterfingers. Well, you was a tricky little one. Yep. So I need to see a little bit of the book page on this bit. It's sideways on, but that's okay. I don't see a lot of it. On the edge. What a lot of glue. So what shall I put on there? Maybe just a large embellishment rather than. Oh yeah, that's fine. I can just see the edge of that when I ink it. Lovely. Let's have a look what we've got then. But there's a, oh, she's nice, isn't she? Shall we put her on there? I'll have to cut those flowers off, I think. There's, what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't want it too thick because something's going in it. She looks like she belongs. Is she a bit low down? I might have to make it thinner so it'll sit higher up. Let's just see. Yeah, you need to be right up there really, don't you? Just cut the edge of it off. Hope you can see. Do you need to be down a little bit? These are smaller pieces. Is that better? It definitely wants to be up there a bit more. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Yeah, but now I'm not square there. It's a shame because I'm taking off the interesting bits. It's like a made-to-measure suit. A little bit here, a little bit there. Yep, like that. I'm going to just grab a stencil. Oh, everyone but the one I want. And I'm just going to ever so slightly put a bit of something. Let's have a green brush. See if there's anything on it. Rather than getting them down. No. It's a darker one here. Anything on you? Just want some interest around the... Ah, yes there is. Oh, there certainly is. Around the edge there. That's better. That's just changed it entirely for me. Right, as high up as we can. Yep. Oh, I see. I've left that open there. If it's going on a corner, I don't want that open. I don't know if I intended to do that, but I don't want that open. Just thought, why was that bagging up? That's it. I can always trim it a bit down this edge when we use it as well. Yep, let's put her on. See how it slows up once I'm embellishing. So what am I going to have on that front piece? Oh, I didn't press start on me. Something from here would be nice. Right, it's got to go with that though, so we're looking butterfly maybe. Butterfly and just a scrap of paper. Oops. Got lots of rubbish here. That one can go in the bin. That's what I've just torn off, isn't it? Don't like it on that. Yeah. So is that 2? How many did I pull out? 3, 4, gosh. Okay, there you go. Still very quiet outside. People are definitely tucked up for winter, I think, round here. I think that might need a little number there. I'll do that when I use it, I think. But yeah, that's going to take two tags there. Are you stuck down? No, that's it. Lovely. Come on then, because we've got 2 to do. Let's have a look at them. Oh, we've got 3. Right, this one should be easy. This is, again, just wants a pretty piece of something tearing and putting on there. I'm going to use you on something. I want to. That's nice, isn't it? I like that bottom bit. Okay, so we want to tie you from there to about there. Let's see what we can do then. I always take a bit more off, can't I? Oh, I like that actually. It is a little bit too... I like the way this one dips and that one goes up, if you see what I mean. Yeah. And I don't know if to just put a plain piece on the back or... Yep, so there is a little bit of upside down writing showing on that. I'm not bothered though. Just wondering if it wants something else over it. Too small. Let's go with this then. So I've got some, like, you know, plainish. There's a piece of that faux paper. You can still see its book page if I just what do I think? It's alright, but it's not really grabbing me. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's tear it down and see what we're playing with size wise. Quite like that actually. That's quite Victorian-y. So shall we have a ripped, seeing as we're in the ripping game today? I wonder if to just have it at a slant and then, yeah, I think I will. It looks like, you know, it's not supposed to be there, it's just got stuck. It's a piece of paper that's just got stuck if we do it slanty. So it's going to need slidey glue. Allow me to do that. So that will be glue stick. I've got a pretty butterfly on the back of there. Sorry. I'm going a bit croaky. Right, I'm going to slide for me now. Book page paper just has a tendency to grab the glue. It's quite porous as soon as you put it anywhere near, so yeah, that's quite slanted. Nice. It is, that's what I wanted. But I want something else on it. Like that. So look, what else have we got? You're all running away. Oh, you're quite nice. You're on the, what a shame it isn't for that side, that. What are you? You're another little scrappy bit that I've saved for some reason. For this reason. Okay, move back and let me see. I feel like that needs to be at a counter angle. Maybe. No. I think that's the same picture. That could be backed and go in, couldn't it? I think I'm going to put that on. It might end up with a little black number or a one of Tracy's Fox's little specimen labels, something like that, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it needs. But for now, we'll call it a done one because, oh, yeah, I think I should be stopping now. So let's just put some in this one and then call it a day. Because, gosh, time does fly. So that's got something under there, hasn't it? Can we get under that bit? Yep, so that just wants a piece of something. It's one of my strips, probably. Are we catching on something? Oh, because it won't come any further down because of that. Let's put some on the back while I have a think about that one. That's nice. Oh, I don't want the pink, but yeah, so it's a pocket down there again. Shall we put a piece of that in? Oh, I've become indecisive now. I'm at the end of the video. The thing is, I just want to celebrate the fact that they're book pages as well as you know, making them pretty. Did I want some off that side? I think so. Yeah. And I don't want it quite that low. I'll do that. Let's have a look. Quite like that leaf sticking out, so I'll take a bit more off the top there. Not put it in so low. Let's get rid of the white. It's fun using ready collaged digitals because it's the work's done for you. Yeah, all that needs at the top is a label. Super. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'm past the hour again. I don't know because, like I say, I've lost count, but I'm somewhere there. It's a good job it's the weekend. You've all got time to watch. Well, I'm assuming. I get more watches on the weekend, so I'm presuming they have more time to watch me. Go on, slide down like you're supposed to. You went a lot further than that when I first put you in. Oops. I'm bringing it up now. Just trying to straighten it. Oh, he's stuck. It's going to grab in a minute and I'm going to be... Oh. You just don't want to go down level, do you? Oh, I got there. Perseverance paid off again today. Yeah, what do I want to do here? This is the thing. Maybe I should collage with more book page, I'm thinking. It's going to be a bit tricky otherwise. And that is celebrating the book page, isn't it? So you can see there's some going one way, some going upside down. So I've got a different text. There's a nice piece, look. Some going sideways and then yeah, we've got it going in all directions. We're kind of celebrating the upside downness of the bottom piece. Lovely. Well, I've got quite a bit to do now, haven't I? Because I want to do the other pairs. The other one to make them a pair. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want them in my box half done, half not. Right, I do want something on there. I think I want... Come on, bring me a sticker. I want a sticker. Or a label. Would you make a label? You might actually. Let's see what we can do. Oops. Oh, Denise, you didn't get that all the way in. That's better. Nearly made that one round. Yeah. I've got lots of bits of rubbish to... Oh, too big. Still too big. Got a bit stuck in there now. Oops. Lots of bits now. Yes. Yep. Where's that? Oh, where did I put my stencil? There. Just want a little bit of... I'm just going to go with this brown. Won't do it any good, but I'm not rubbing it. That's it. I'm not dragging it. Just wanted a bit of something you maybe can't see, but it is there. Oh, upside down. Okay, so what did we get made done? Right, first things first, not you, because you're all going to be clusters. I shall make clusters out of those, but these are all going back in. Not too bad though, not too bad. Get everything out that's not supposed to be in there. Okay, so if you can remember, it's Saturday morning where we started. Now I know I've taken things out and put them in other places that didn't belong in here, but yeah, we've done quite well. I'm quite pleased with that. So I've got a bit of catching up to do with, you know, the other ones of these, and I need to fold these book pages. So we made these book pages. Pity I didn't get them folded for you, but no, I'm going to have to score them. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double book pages. So this is in today's hour, isn't it? We decorated, although they might have a little bit more on them. Look, that bird looks like he wants to go on there. 4 of those. Out the way. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Oh, we just made that needs a little specimen label on the bottom of it as well. 1 of those and 2 of those, as well as tidying out the box and doing some backing. So yeah, we've got quite a bit done. Quite pleased with that. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're still enjoying the scraps and you'd like to see another weekend of using them up next weekend, because yeah, I've still got plenty and I'm sure I'll be adding to them in the week. Pop and see me tomorrow though, it's the start of a new project. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, hope you have a lovely day. Bye for now.